Hello and welcome back to the Star Wars Sub Podcast, Mando Post Show. Spoilers for The Mandalorian Season 3, Chapter 21, entitled The Pirate, I believe, directed by Peter Ramsey. I was just talking to Craig here. What'd you think?
No, it was solid. It was solid.
So what were the more solid aspects of this particular episode?
Um very okay, so it was nice to see them have some kind of direction for the Mandalorians. Now they're going to have Navarro as a place to build on. They can be like you know, helping build Navarro also. So I thought that was interesting instead of living in a cave. So be more I don't know, interesting, I suspect. I was surprised to see what happened with the Pirate King. I really thought he was going to be a villain in the new show.
Maybe he survived. I mean, that's a possibility.
I mean, it certainly didn't look like it by that explosion.
Well, you don't know what a species is capable of. I mean, he's like a
He's
walking,
going to
talking
grow back
plant.
like a
I mean,
tree.
look at Groot. Groot's like a tree that walks around. I mean,
Yep.
you can hack him to pieces. So, yeah, we don't know.
Um, I thought it was maybe a little too convenient that what's her name? Um, I can't think of her character's name.
The armor,
No, the one on
Bo-Katan.
Coruscant.
Oh, Elia Kane.
That she was right outside that office. That was interesting to see Tim Meadows in Star Wars. I did not expect that at all.
Colonel Tim Meadows to you. Yeah,
That was definitely surprising, but he was good. He was good. I liked it.
yeah. That Tim Meadows news that he was going to be in the show like came up like late in the game. I never heard any leaks for it or anything. But there was a leak that Zeb was going to appear in Mando season 3, and it happened. We saw Zeb live action, and it looked good. The
He looked
CGI
good,
looked really solid,
really good.
and I'm assuming that we're going to see a lot of Zeb in the Ahsoka show.
I think so.
Yeah,
It was funny. I have been thinking for some reason that I don't know why I thought we were going to see a Snaggletooth kind of character, and they had the female Snaggletooth. In fact, they said Snaggletooth a couple of podcasts ago. Remember,
yeah, and that was played by the same actress, Misty
Misty?
Rosas, that
Yeah.
played Quill, who was
Hmm.
voiced by Nick Nolte,
I
and she's
wonder if
done
she
all kinds
played
of stuff.
the one on the ship too. The Ugnaught on
Possibly,
the ship,
yeah, that's possible.
probably.
Yeah, I always like to look at all the credits at the end to see who played what. But yeah, I like the direction that we're going. I think everyone's going to be a lot more happier with knowing a direction, and that in sequence with the Lambda class shuttle, apparently showing that was Moff Gideon's shuttle to go to the his trial or whatever, and him apparently being broken out. And I thought that was really cool that that probe they sent.
Yeah, was the top of like the R2 unit.
Yeah,
I
that
did
was
too.
that was interesting. That was a pretty good take
Or the
on.
astromech unit. I shouldn't say R2 unit.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, overall, I thought the episode was pretty good. I think Peter Ramsey did a really good job. The dialogue was not perfect, but I mean, it was Star Wars dialogue. Um, I don't watch Star Wars for the dialogue per se, but
I didn't
I mean,
really have an issue with the dialogue. The thing that irked me the most, to be honest, was when all the villagers go off into the middle of the desert and there's like 30 of them, but it seems like there's hundreds and hundreds living on the planet, but only like 30 go off with Grief Karga. It's just kind of
yeah.
like, and they're just like sitting ducks by sitting in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, that I mean, you would figure they would go into the sewer or something, but I mean, I guess you don't want to get kind of have debris fall in and have the city cave in into itself and be stuck underground. I guess I don't know. Maybe head for the hills there. But yeah, what's up, Liam? Glad you could join us here. Um, so Liam, what did you think? You said enjoyed that episode, top two episode for me.
Top two of the season or the series?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, all the episodes this season have been solid for me.
yeah,
I still have enjoyed season two better for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's just I enjoyed that storyline better, where it was going,
yeah, yeah,
leading up to Luke. I mean, but I mean, solid episode, lots of action. I love it. I really like Bo Katan. I have ever since Clone Wars.
yeah,
So I like what they're doing. Although I was a little surprised they asked her to take off the helmet.
yeah, yeah. Hey, Miss Sunflower, missed you in the pre-show. She thinks
Best
best episode yet.
episode yet.
Filoni, Famuyiwa, and Deborah Chow cameos. Yeah, that was super distracting for me. I noticed the hat right away at the
Where was
bar.
Filoni? I saw it at the credits, but I'm like, wait, where was Filoni?
He was at the bar when you saw Misty Rosas as the Snaggletooth.
I was so focused on a female snaggletooth and how sexy it was. I was just like, oh my, oh my. Could you imagine if a snag or what are they called? Not snaggletooth. What do they call them? The species.
uh,
Could you imagine if that and an Ugnaught had a baby? It would look like Carl.
I think Carl's fast asleep.
No,
Uh,
Carl's writing a list of complaints.
I see. It says Snivian.
Snivian.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, yeah. Liam agrees that the dialogue was a little weak in places. Yeah, it seemed a little like kind of off kilter. But I had that's a minor gripe. And yeah, I love the end reveal as well. Now we're leading to Moff Gideon. I know it's we've already kind of talked about how Giancarlo Esposito said he'll be in this season. Now we kind of have more confirmation that he'll be there. It's just getting to his episode.
So now
And
poor it feels like poor Bo Katan is going to be walking right into a bunch of Mandalorians that have Moff Gideon capped or leading them or something now.
yeah, that's a possibility. But it's cool that she can take off her helmet and it's okay. But
I think
it's a
it's
little
better for the show. It's
yeah,
better.
it's better for the show, better for Katie Sackhoff's career. But it's kind of weird that the armor just all of a sudden you've seen the mythosaur. Um, that's a little kind of strange. I mean, did she meditate over it and think, okay, well, Bo-Katan was really telling me the truth, or it was kind of like a little jump there because there was that meme that was out there that treated Bo-Katan like she was a little old lady, and she was saying, "I saw the mythosaur," and it was a nurse kind of pushing her,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, Grandma."
Sure, let's get you your new Beskar.
So yeah,
um,
Liam says, "I want the Corsair ship as the new Lego." That is a pretty cool ship, I have to admit. The pirates, not so much, but that Corsair ship is pretty cool looking.
I think the that pirate is. I mean,
I think he's okay. I mean, people were referring to him as Salad the Hut. I think he's all right. And then all the rumors that okay, those pirates are essentially going to be the villains and hunting down the kids in Skeleton Crew. I don't know now. I mean, maybe
I
could have
honestly
survived.
missed Filoni in that cameo. I was looking at the female Snivian. I kept my. It was like Lynch. It was like I just was. My heart was racing. It was like, oh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, that like distracted me from the dialogue as well. But it was Deborah Chow, Rick Famuyiwa, and Dave Filoni at the bar, and you can see their actual names. And Famuyiwa's name is Jib Dodger. I know he's a big LA Dodgers fan, so that makes sense. I
Hmm.
didn't really catch Deborah Chow's name, but yeah, Liam says also was that Zeb at the bar. Yes, it was Zeb at the bar.
It
It shows it
was
in the
it.
credits.
Hmm.
I was thinking, oh my god, this is Zeb, but then I thought, well, does a timeline kind of work out? But yeah, that was Zeb. So he survived, and yeah, we'll probably see him in Rebels. So that should be pretty
Oh, I'm
cool.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure. Uh, Interesting. So now, are we going to have Mandalorians fighting against Mandalorians and Moff Gideon? I mean,
It seems like it. Shoot, maybe Moff Gideon, yeah, has like a little covert army of them, to all to himself, and maybe he has like a little contingent to go up against the Mandos. And we all know Bo Katan's relationship opposed to Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon taunted her with the fact that she couldn't just take the dark saber from Din Djarin. She had to win it by combat.
Hmm.
So there's that kind of subplot to it all. But I think now, after 5 episodes, we have now seen everything that they've given us in marketing, in the commercials, in the trailers.
Hmm.
I don't think there's a single scene we haven't gotten. I think the here on out, it's all brand new footage, all brand new stuff. Miss Sunflower says, "What if Moff Gideon is a Mandalorian?"
I don't know what that means.
Enlighten us, Miss Sunflower. What is a Mandalorian?
I
So I think
mean,
she's referring to the sect of Mandalorians that essentially um, were ruled by Darth Maul.
but
Um,
that was so short lived, and that was like
yeah,
30 years ago too, because Maul had died like 30 years before this.
yeah.
So it seems unlikely.
Oh, this is interesting. Liam says, "So do you think Sabine was behind taking Moff Gideon?" That's a
Mm,
possibility.
but what would be the purpose of that?
I don't know. We don't know. I mean, she's at this point. Yeah, I'm trying to think of all the timelines, making sure they match up in my head. Um, because at the end of Rebels, that has to be further in time as opposed to Ahsoka Tano's episode in The Mandalorian season 2, correct?
Now, what about if they
Because that was like a fast forward.
were trying to get Moff Gideon to locate Grand Admiral Thrawn to find Ezra?
That's a possibility too, and it might be kind of just like a little swerve there. And they didn't rescue Moff Gideon to have him lead anything; they just rescued him to get information from him. That might be possible.
Mm-hmm.
And this
That
Sunflower
makes more
says droid
sense.
bar. Yeah, the Mandalorians who were loyal to Darth Maul. So all those Mandos put horns on their helmets, a lot like how the armorer has her helmet set up. And Miss Sunflower says, "Where's Christopher Lloyd?" We already saw Tim Meadows. I'm
I
thinking
didn't
now
know Tim
Christopher
Meadows.
Lloyd is gonna be on Mandalore. I think he is gonna be something like a high chieftain or like a remnant of the Mandalorians. He just stayed behind and never left, possibly. What were you gonna say, Craig?
I didn't even know Tim Meadows was going to be on the show.
Yeah, I didn't know till like very, very like close to the premiere that he was even gonna be on the show. Everyone kept on saying it, and I was like, well, I guess that's the case.
Who
And
was saying it?
just everyone in general, everyone was listing who's going to be in the show, and we all knew Christopher Lloyd was going to be in there. But then people started saying Tim Meadows. I think there was actually a picture in the marketing where you can clearly see Tim Meadows' face in the background, and
I
it was
must
in
have
this
missed
episode, I
that.
believe. Yeah, Liam's just like me; he can't figure out the timelines anymore. Um, and Miss Sunflower says, "What if Thrawn was behind the rescue of Gideon?" I don't think so. I think Thrawn is still in the outer reaches, even further than what the outer reaches show in the Mandalorian.
Yeah, it would make sense if
Miss Sunflower
Sabine.
says it was reported. If it was reported, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
It makes more sense if they were trying to get Moff Gideon to get information on where Grand Admiral Thrawn might be and Ezra.
Yeah, I agree there. Liam is thinking, could the Beskar be a plant to blame the Mandos when it was really Imperials loyal to Gideon? Yeah, that's a possibility too. I wouldn't put it past all the conniving and scheming,
Sure.
especially when you see Elia Kane doing what she's doing. She's basically a mole, and
Yeah.
She's doing her dirty deeds. So yeah, overall, it was solid episode. I've loved every episode really. So yeah, the Mandalorian's in action. Seeing Zeb, seeing the three directors back at the bar, getting that last shot of the Lambda class shuttle, getting Carson Teva back, and he did refer to the Rangers, which, of course, we all know that Rangers show is not going to happen. It's not scheduled to happen anymore. And Miss Sunflower says Carson Teva better live. We might have that actor on the podcast at some point. Um, I know he's done a lot of podcasts. I haven't said anything to him though to be on, and he's part of the 501st, and he's like a super big. Aside from his acting career, he's a super big Star Wars fan, and he does 501st stuff now. And he has his own YouTube channel, I believe, where um, he's getting a lot of things sent to him, and he's unboxing a lot of things, I believe. But yeah, he seems like a really cool guy. But it just to get an actual Mandalorian actor midway through the season, to me, it feels a little awkward because you really can't ask him about the show because you can't say anything yet because it hasn't happened yet. Yeah, Liam says, I don't know what to think looking forward to the last three episodes. Man, there's only three episodes left.
Hard to believe it stinks, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's wild. So next episode, I will be I'll be able to watch it before we leave to London. And then the episode after that, I'm thinking I might be in the air when the episode after that, the penultimate episode airs. So I think they got Wi-Fi on the plane though, so I might just use that and watch Disney Plus.
I think the biggest surprise moment for this episode was seeing Zeb.
Yeah.
But
So it appears that
overall,
my
I'd probably give it another 8 out of 10. All strong episodes across the board, but
yeah.
you know, still nothing like the Boba Fett episode or the Luke episode for me. That they were just like unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like those two particular episodes for me were just that's the bar.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a really high bar with Luke. So it looks actually like I've lost control of my internet browser here, Chrome. I can't do anything right now. So if there's comments that are coming through, I can't put them up. So
Carl just said drop dead. I think he was upset because he said he looked like a Snivian woman and an Ugnaught had a baby. I didn't say that, Carl. I would never say that.
I think that was actually you that said that.
Don't put words in my mouth. So,
Yeah, I'm
I
on my
mean,
phone now here.
3 episodes left. You know, I don't feel like the story's developed a lot this season.
But see, I'm fine with that. It's kind of confusing to me the way people are like, we don't know where it's going. Well, isn't that like a good thing? You don't know where it's going. I mean, you don't need to know where it's going. Let the story kind of play out and unfold. But I don't know. People have different expectations in 2023. But yeah, I'm reading all the comments here off of my phone since my laptop froze up. Um, yeah, Miss Sunflower says Paul is a Star Wars cosplayer even before Mandalorian. Miss Sunflower says Filoni is co-writing next episode. That's cool. Maybe we get some Ahsoka stuff. Um, Liam says, do we have dates for the shows after Mando? Miss Sunflower says May 4th is Star Wars Visions. And Ahsoka is probably June or July. Not sure. Miss Sunflower says that. I think the last update was maybe August, possibly. August or October. It's kind of weird. Maka says, one of my favorite Mando episodes Miss Sunflower says Craig is going to dream of that that Snivian. Maka says, I'm gonna say it, I really thought Honda was gonna show up. Yeah. I kind of thought maybe that was a possibility. Liam says, yes, I'm still hoping for Hondo. Maybe he is some kind of high king. Yeah.
I
All
hadn't even thought about
possibilities.
Hondo.
Yeah. Yeah. Seems like fans of a certain generation really want Hondo to show up. Lots
Yeah,
of
if it
fans
makes
of,
sense. Yeah, I like him. I like his
yeah.
character. He's entertaining.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. I think that's the show for tonight. Miss Sunflower thinks Hondo's going to be in Ahsoka. That would make a lot of sense. And it's interesting that they didn't put Hondo in a show closer to when Galaxy's Edge opened because Hondo was like the main character of Galaxy's Edge when that dropped. And a lot of people don't know Hondo because a lot of people didn't watch the animated stuff.
One thing before we go, why do you think she wants Bo Katan to remove her helmet? I mean, I think it makes the show better when the Mandalorians can take off their helmet, to be honest with you.
I thought for an instance there that we were going to see Emily Swallow's face as the armorer. But yeah, I mean, she stated she can walk between both worlds, which is kind of like a pun in Star Wars because the world between worlds
Mm-hmm.
thing. But yeah, I thought it was. I mean, the simple fact is that she said she saw a mythosaur, and the armor believes Bo-Katan, and that was kind of a jump to that.
I believe her too. I saw the mythosaur also, so I
Yeah,
believe.
we all saw it as well, but and of course the armor believes in the prophecies and legends and all that Mandalore lore. So yeah, I think the armor is like 100% now behind Bo-Katan. And see, I think this episode leans more towards Bo-Katan doesn't have any like nefarious plans going on, unless she's the one behind rescuing Moff Gideon somehow. I mean,
That seems unlikely. She could have just killed him.
yeah, yeah. Liam says Zeb looked awesome. I totally agree, man. They nailed the CGI for Zeb. I'm excited for the future to see more Lasat species. So
Well,
yeah, yeah, Maka. It was Zeb. If you look at the credits, it was Zeb, voiced by the same guy, Steve Bloom, I believe.
yep, yep.
Yeah,
It said it.
yeah. I'm excited for the next 3 episodes. There's only 3 left.
And then how long have they started filming the next one or nothing yet?
The last communication for the Mando season 4 we got was that it was written. I think it's in pre-production. I'm not sure if anyone in chat knows.
So they'll probably start filming in like summertime or something.
Yeah.
So it'll be like a year and a half away, probably. Will it
Yeah.
really? Probably, right?
Um I think everything's wrapped up right now. There's no ongoing series. Yeah, Colin is freaking out over here on my phone. He just
This
texted me.
the Snivian woman. He's excited. I knew it.
Yeah, iMessage doesn't like the word Snivian. But yeah, it's pretty cool. There's 2 episodes of Bad Batch now that I need to watch.
You're gonna watch him now? Good luck.
Probably not. I'll probably maybe go to bed. I still got to go to work tomorrow. But yeah, thanks to everyone that joined us
Yes.
and has been joining us throughout this time. I'm pretty sure everyone here subscribed and liked the video. And just want to say thanks on behalf of everyone on the podcast. Helps a lot with getting more views and helps with the algorithm and helps us expand more. So, yeah, with that, I'm not quite sure how to end this podcast because, like I said, my browser actually froze up. I might have to just shut my PC down and then turn it back on.
This
But
is the way.
Mecca says, catch y'all next time. On to the Bad Batch. Yep. We will see you next time, Maka. And we'll probably be doing a recap episode of Mandalorian later today around 5 Central, 6 Eastern. So don't forget to join us there. And Colin will handle the Bad Batch stuff. And yeah, Liam is off to work.
Well, good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it.
All right. Good night. Enjoy this really rough closing of the podcast. And I'll talk to you later, Craig.
Bye.
All right. Bye.